First update, introducing advanced smart filter. Enhance your data analysis capabilities by using our recently introduced advanced smart filters. Like I said, this is a game changer because it allows or it combines the and the or condition within the nested filter combinations up to two or multiple layers deep. And imagine the power of being able to drill down into your data with such precision. So let's take a look into that. So I'll be showing you the whole thing uh, with the help of two different modules like customers and invoices. Let's first of all go into the customers list. So as you can see here, under the customers list, or we'll go with this uh, magnification. We can see the whole customer list here. Uh, Under primary view, this is a view that you have. Now, the advanced smart filters, what kind of filters do we have here? The first one, you can directly add filters into your smart view here, and you can add your filters the usual way, or you can go to your view settings, you can edit the view, and then you can add filters here. Now, what's the speciality of adding filters in the view option? If you add filters here, the filters get added directly into the smart view itself. And if you want to keep it permanent, it's possible. All right. Now, what the new functionality that we have added here is that right next to the add filter button, there's a drop down button. And if you click, you could see an add advanced rule. All right. Now, I'll be, going with from some certain sets of rules here. Here under the apply advanced rule, you can see add filter, and then we also have the facility to add group filters also. So first of all, I'll just duplicate this for our convenience, and let's take a look. So I'd already written down a few things I can show to you. If you take a look into the country column or the country field, you can see that there are countries like mentioned. I'm going to put it as show all. Let it reload. Yeah. So there are a bunch of customers who are directly associated with the country of India, and the rest of the fields are entirely empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to put it as show all. Go to the add advanced rule. Here I'm going to put it as the country is India. All right. So if I go to, I'm gonna just show you what happens on a normal circumstances. If I put the country as India, and if I apply it, I can get the entire list of customers whose country which I've added as India, right? So the same thing happens here, but I need more details from it. If we go to a specific view like this, you could see that the currencies are not always, yeah, the currencies are in some ways distinct. We can see INR here, then we have US dollars. And yeah, I've said it like this, the catalog also changes for few customers. There are GSTI numbers. There are few customers who are GST registered, then the payment terms are different. Most of them are created by me only. The dates are different. Somehow company names associated with them. So what I'm going to show is, yes, the GST. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a group filter where I'm going to put GSTIN is not empty. Is not empty. So in this case, if the GSTIN is not empty, I will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? It's not empty. I'll be getting such a way. Now, this is one filter. Now, the way in which I have added this is in the AND condition. So this will be country should be India, and then it should be an AND. Both of these conditions should get satisfied, and such a list of customers will be shown to us. So GSTIN is not empty. And if the GSTIN is not empty, then I'll get, like I told you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be my end result or my end view. And along with that, I'm going to add another filter. Here also we have another condition. So this is a nested condition which comes in. So we have the parent condition, that is the and then we have the sub conditions or the daughter conditions like and. I can place it as and or here, or I can place it as and or here also. So first of all, we'll be going with the and condition. GSTIN where you can have the currency is US dollar. So what happens? If we are specifically taking a look into GSTI numbers, this one and this one have currency INR, this one have US dollars. So this one comes into picture, this one comes into picture, right? That happens. Next, I can again go another layer deep with and itself. For both of them were the payment terms, is net 45. That payment terms is net 45. So in that case, my final result has to be just one person, and that should be the customer named Asudas. And let's see if this works out. Yes. So see how I have applied this advanced filter. Initially with EalSuite, in any smart view, you only had the provision to go with and, right? Everything works. The basic add filter works with and. If it's a basic filter or the filter which gets, associated with the smart view also. But here with advanced rules, two rules which we have bought in. I can go to those rules. If I want to edit those rules, which I've already created right now, I can go here. Or I can apply it once again. I can go to edit advanced rule. I can reach here. So see how the and condition works here. I initially wanted to get a list of customers who are in India and who has GST numbers or who are GST registered and need GST numbers added with them. With that, another and where their currency is USD. So it's a unique condition, right? That's the reason why I chose this. Again, an and where the payment term is net 45. Now, imagine if I deleted this, I could get a list of customers who is in India, who is GST registered, who has GST IN given to them, and whose currency is US dollars. And I think most probably I'll be getting, 4 of these people, right? So that is a specialty. Again, I can add further things also. Now with payment terms, yes, net 45. If I want to add another group filter, I can add it like this, right? So I can add now. There's only one way to correct this to show you the multiple, multiple rules. Like the next layer deep rule, like the 3 rules, which contains US. I think we'll be getting that result itself. See, that's a specialty. So that is a specialty here with 3 rules deep. So we're working with that. So that is a specialty. So yeah. All right. I think with such kind of an explanation, it will be almost clear for everyone. We can go different layers deep. If I want to, I can add filters also. I can add further groups also. One thing I want to show you is that if your parent condition is and, then you won't be able to change the next, group filters. It will also be in a similar way with and itself. If it's in an or state, then it works in an or manner itself. I can just give you another, example also. Yeah. Okay. So let's do one thing. We will, one more thing I want to, show here is that if I reload the page, this completely vanishes. If I go to edit view, and if I'm trying to do the same advanced filter concept here in the smart view, I won't be able to do that because right now we have not applied it into the smart view thing. You can temporarily keep it just for the analysis part. And in the future, this is a building block. We'll be using this building block and we'll be bringing it in a permanent basis itself into a smart view. All right, that's really important. If I want to just keep things very simple, I can go to advanced I can simply add a group filter itself, where the ID contains US, something like this. I can simply keep it like this. Very simple. That's another thing. Okay. And you also would have seen that when I just did this, add group filter with the ID, which contains US hyphen, is just a single rule. So then the number of layers deep will be shown with one rule, two rule, three rule, n rule kind of a manner. That's one thing. Now, let's go to the OR condition. So the OR condition that I've created here is the ID contains, when I was playing with US hyphen, when, and with the group one, my intention is to keep it where the currency is, yeah, Qatari rupees, sorry, not Qatari rupees, Qatari riyal and US dollars. Here, my parent condition is OR, and where the currency is Qatari riyal and US dollars. My next sub condition comes. I can keep it and, or I can keep it or. So if I'm keeping it or, further filters also will be or. And my parent condition, like if I again click on an add group filter, I could see that my parent condition is keep on getting repeated. So that's a peculiar thing right now. It's not a restriction in a per se, but we are introducing this advanced small filter in such kind of a manner. So I'm going to just remove this. And in our OR condition, I'm going to choose city, which contains ER. Okay, so what's going to happen right now? When the ID contains US hyphen, what happens here is, let me just refresh this, add filter, the normal filter where the ID contains US hyphen, I get this list. Show all comes in, I get this list. Now think about it. I'm not going to keep it and, I'm going to keep it or the currency is Qatari riyal and US dollars. Here, all of these currencies, not all of these currencies, we have one USD. So this is not going to be the filter I'm going to get. I'm going to get additional customers who also has their currency as Qatari riyal as well as US dollars. Imagine this. If I want to bring this with my usual filters, we don't have any way to implement that. And this is the hole that the advanced filters fill in. So what happens? I can get a list of customers whose ID starts with US hyphen. Along with that, there will be customers who have their currency as Qatari riyal as well as US dollars. So this will be a common person. This Virat Sharma or Sham will be a common person in that. We're not really bothered about the common person right now. Or, so it's an additional thing which comes in. Where the city contains ER, where the city contains ER. So if you take a closer look here, 163 ID James Cameron is in the city of Ernakulam, right? Is that person in this list right now? No. So if I want to get such kind of a list with nested conditions right now, yes, right now it is possible. So two rules with or, okay, there's a small mistake I did. This should be coming as and then we get the right result. So see, the speciality is that we have a bunch of customers who has US hyphen, right? All of this comes with the US hyphen itself. And then we have additional customers who are Qatari riyal, US dollars, does not have US hyphen as their ID. And then we have somebody who has the city which starts with ER or has an ER, character in them. So in such a way, OR condition can also be implemented. But the important thing to take a notice is that if you're starting with OR, the further group filters will also be working with OR itself. So that is a speciality here. So if it's and, it's always going to be and. If it's going to be or, it's always going to be or. That's the way it functions. So as of now, we have set the advanced filters within the normal filtering setup itself, not into the not into the smart view filtering way. And if that would have been implemented, then you can directly go to view settings and then keep it. While you're creating a smart view, you won't be able to implement this particular setup right now, but in the future we'll be bringing it here as well. So those are the informations I wanted to share about the advanced filtering setup. I think this is a game changer, like we have already written in our release notes itself. This is going to be a real game changer. As of now, we will be using it for analysis part only, but for a later point, this is going to be inside your smart view itself. You'll be able to create a smart view with such kind of setup with n level or layers of depth with the with the viewing concept.